If you're anything like me, you run into this situation very, very often. You're about to leave the house, you grab your phone. Where's my phone? You grab your phone, you look at it, and it's single digit battery. Or you're about to head to the coffee shop, or you've got to the coffee shop, you've got your laptop out, the thing's updated overnight, battery's really low, and your charger's plugged in at home. Well, I've got just the thing for you. Well, actually, it's two things. So, INIU, they reached out and they asked me if I'd like to review two of their latest products, the Cougar P63 and the Pawsible P41L. Quick disclaimer, INIU did send these to me to review free of charge, but I've been using them for the past couple of weeks and all the thoughts in this video are mine. They've not told me anything to say other than calling this the Pawsible because there's paws on there, I guess, and calling this the Cougar, which I have absolutely no understanding of why they want to call it the Cougar, but they're calling it the Cougar. But regardless, all the thoughts in this video are my own from my last couple of weeks of testing. Also, while you're here, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps the channel. I think 98.4% of everyone viewing my channel is not subscribed. So please, if you would, click that subscribe button. It's only 1 or 2 clicks, doesn't take much time, and it's completely free, but it helps my channel out massively. So if you're getting value from this, please don't forget to subscribe. And finally, if you are enjoying this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, or comment in the comments at the bottom. That lets YouTube know that you like this video, and it helps with their recommendations and also helps the channel as well. Thanks. And links to each of these products are in the description. There might be affiliate links, which also helps the channel. So if you use them, that would be great. Thank you. So who are INIU? Prior to reaching out, I hadn't really heard of INIU, to be honest. But turns out they're pretty big. They've got over 38 million customers in over 174 countries, so that's a pretty big presence worldwide. They produce power banks, chargers, wireless chargers, cables, that sort of thing. And their focus is on, well, they provide a 3-year warranty, which is kind of unmatched in pretty much the industry. And also their focus is on high quality and safety, so making sure that, none of these have battery problems, basically. Well, enough about the research that I've done into the brand. Let's get into the unboxing of each of the products. Firstly, we've got the P41L, which is a 10,000 mAh power bank with a 20 watt maximum output. Inside the package, you get some papers and the power bank wrapped in some opaque plastic. This has a built-in USB-C cable, meaning that you can literally grab this and go without needing to carry any additional cables to charge your phone or anything like that else with a USB-C. For charging more than one device, there's a built-in USB-C port as well and a USB-A port, so you can charge up to 3 things at the same time. And you can charge the power bank up itself either just by plugging the built-in USB-C cable directly into a USB-C charger, or you can use a separate cable into the USB-C port here. That will charge the power bank up at about 20 watts. It takes about 2.4 hours roughly to charge the whole thing from start to finish. You can't obviously use the USB-A port for recharging the power bank. There's a power button on the side that you can use to check the battery percentage. That lights up these 5 pores. Each of the pores represents 20% of battery power, so 3 pores is 60% power, roughly. And double tapping the power switch will switch on a torch, which is unexpected, but nice to see and nice to have, I guess. In a pinch, if your phone runs out of battery and you've got no way to see, it's dark, then this will get you out of a jam in a pinch. It's not the brightest torch in the world, but it will cast a bit of light to give you a hand when you need it. INIU are claiming that this is the lightest 10K battery pack available. I don't have every 10K battery pack that's on the market to test that claim out, but I will say it is very, very light, weighing in at 190 grams, which is roughly, INIU say, 25% lighter, 25% smaller and 15% lighter than comparable competition. Claim is that you can charge an iPhone 15 1.5 times from this power bank, and you can also in 25 minutes charge up an iPhone 15 from 16 to 65%. I don't have an iPhone 15, I've got an iPhone 16 Pro, which has a slightly larger battery, but let's test that claim out. Let's see how much charge we can get into this in 25 minutes from 16%.
Right, so with the 10K power bank, we aim to get from 16 to 65%, 25 minutes. So that's 16% there. Okay, let's get the stopwatch going. Right, and then do the cable out from there. We'll just use the built-in cable. Plug this in. And hit start. And we'll be back in 25 minutes. Right, so let's see where we're at. 24 minutes and 56 seconds. And we're at 58%.
Next up we have the Cougar P63, which is my favourite of the lot. Opening up the box this time, you've got a carry case, USB-C cable, and then the charger itself. This pack has a whopping 25,000 milliamp hours of capacity and will charge a single device at a maximum of 100 watts. What really strikes me about this one is how compact and how light this is for a battery with such high capacity. It's astonishingly compact. INIU tell me it's about 30% smaller than other comparable power banks. There are 3 ports again. The first USB-C is a 100 watt output that can charge anything with a USB-C up to 100 watts. Output 2 is 45 watts, and the USB-A will do up to 18 watts. If you've got 3 things connected, obviously it's going to intelligently share the 100 watts maximum power output across all those 3 devices, going up to the maximum output of the individual ports themselves. There's also a screen on here which will give you a nice battery reading. This one's up at 99%. You can see that there. And it's nice just to know exactly how much charge you've got left. In terms of weight, on the Cougar P63, you're looking at 394 grams. So obviously not as slim as the Pawsible P41. It's a bit of a mouthful. But this one is probably more likely to be going in a backpack, whereas the 10K power bank, you could quite easily have this in your pocket. You could put this in your pocket as well, but I mean, it's pocketable, definitely will fit, but probably will say that it's going to get a bit heavy and a bit cumbersome. So yeah, probably a bit more likely that you carry this around in your bag. So on to the charging test for the P63. Obviously, you can charge quite a few things with this. So I'm going to test out my MacBook Air and my iPad Pro 11 and just see how much power we can get into each of those in 25 minutes.
MacBook Air, which is sitting at 40%. Close that up, put that down here. And then we've got an iPad Pro 11-inch, which is currently dead. Well, I say it's dead, it's not quite dead, it's 2%. 2%. Can you see that? 2%. So, laptop's at 40%, iPad Pro 11 is at 2%. How much charge can we get into these guys in the space of half an hour? Right? So, 2 ports on here. There's a, turn it around, there's a 100 watt port here, and there's a 45 watt port here. Using the 2 together, that's going to do 65 and that's going to do 45. So actually it's capable of doing 110 watts. Not sure why they marketed it as a 100 watt when they could have called it 110, but hey ho. They missed out on 10 watts there. Right, so iPad Pro, wait, let's get a stopwatch. I'm going to plug both in and then I'm going to hit go. So iPad Pro, MacBook, hopefully you heard that bing bing. This guy's charging. Start. You can also see the orange light on here to show that it's charging. and that's set at 99%. So we're coming up to the half an hour mark, so we will unplug the devices, bang on half an hour. So iPad Pro 11 and the MacBook Air. So unplug both of these. Gone down from 100 to 55% on here. Gone from what was 2% to 25% on the iPad, so not bad. And then on the MacBook Air, we have gone up to 79%. We were at 40% and we've gone all the way up to 79% there. So in half an hour, that's a pretty good showing, to be honest. We can stop that. So this little power bank, it's not even that warm. It's not really getting hot, which is great because you don't want that. So yeah, I think that's performed really well.
So some final thoughts. Both of these battery packs are surprisingly compact and light for the capacity they deliver. You know, the 10,000 mAh, very nice and slim. You can easily get this into your pocket or a sling bag. The P63, the bigger one, the 25K, great for carrying around in a backpack all the time, but will also fit nicely in a sling bag. And if you really wanted to and you really needed to, you could shove this in your pocket as well, but probably wouldn't recommend that. And yes, they were both provided to me free of charge to do this review, but I think the 10K power bank is around £25 in the UK, and I think the 25,000 mAh power bank is around £70 in the UK. You know, from a reputable brand with such a big presence, I don't think you're going to find better value. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how these have performed. They both provide really good. They both provide really speedy charging. You know, phone, daily stuff, laptop, iPad, and phone if you wanted to at the same time. All three charging at quite big, fast speeds on the bigger pack. So yeah, overall, they both get a very big thumbs up from me. So thank you for watching today, and again, don't forget, if you've liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe, and also give the video a like.